Morning. It is 4:45 in the morning and I'm off to Bristol.
It's rare coming for a friend house alone, look. In a pink bag?
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. What can we say, eh? Pink's my favourite colour.
All that graffiti's nice, isn't it?
Wait till you see where we're fishing. We'll take a couple of photos.
Oh, we'll, hopefully.
Yeah. We draw in face today.
As long as I'm on the end peg, I don't mind. Da, da, da. I'm in Bristol. This is what my friends are calling Baltic Wharf. And we've had a rover. We've drawn to draw. I had a fourth pick and somehow I've got an end peg. So maybe they know something I don't. But two people above me chose to go right in the middle of the section. And I said, okay, I'll have this end peg then, if I must. So it's a little knock up. There's 8 of us. And really looking forward to this. We're going to have a big weight of silvers, hopefully. So I've seen a few fish top in. And big roach, skimmers, maybe some bream. And yeah, it's going to be deep. Well, I'm really looking forward to this. All right. Badoosh. There we go. Is that it?
Yeah. All in.
Feed a few short. I don't want to go past. Come on. One. There we are. I'm looking forward to this. Should put one maggot on to start with. Just one maggot. Sort of. It's nice because I can just shift out and then add a section. And I've got well, it's an 8 metre width, but it's probably 7 metres without the flick tip. See how long it takes to get a bite. Hopefully straight away. Whilst we're waiting for that, we've got a bit of a mix here with a load of bit of everything in there. I always like to be first with the balls. Because they're still throwing. Just get her eye in and just throw a little hand-sized ball. Because I want them to come to my initial splash. And I also want them to keep coming to my splash. If someone's still splashing ground bait in and they're hungry, I don't want to go to them. I'm hoping to just feed a nugget of ground bait like that with a few casters and end-pin each chuck. Fish maggot, caster, worm on the hook. So, see if we get a bite. We could catch £15, we could catch £40. We are off. But I found it, I've been warned it plums up all over the place, which it does. But I've found a little flat spot here. I'd like it to have been a bit closer, but I've got one. Little roach. Ooh. Too busy watching. Perch. We could catch a flat fish, we could catch a mullet. So let's put 2 maggots on. That's a good sign anyway. Fish first chuck. So I'm swinging out, letting the olivet go, and then I did another section. A bit fluffy in a way, but that's, if it is really, really good, I'll just fish elasticated to hand. I reckon that's been had on the way down. Didn't settle. Just this one's got a 2.5 gram pencil float on, and I did have some more pencil floats, but I broke one. It was a really old rig that I hadn't. I was retying it because it dates back to when we won the Winter League final on the north bank of the Nene. That's how old they were. But I was going to retie it, but it broke in my hands. So I've been lent a 4 gram pencil float, which would be my bagging rig, which is on a whip to hand, 7 metre elasticated tri-cast whip to hand. I'm just going to rely on the ground bait to begin with. Let's just keep popping a little ball in, just to get them used to it. I want to be on or just short of my float, and that's probably a foot short of my float, which for me is ideal, so I can fish on the back end of the feed. But we might hook a few snags. You imagine we're right in the middle of Bristol here. There could be all sorts of snags and horrible things. But when they start appearing, it'll be. I think we'll be. There's every chance of a £2 roach today. I'm hoping they're right. I've given me good casters. These are fresh run lanes. But I've got some old casters if we need to feed a load of bait. I've not put loads and loads of bait in those initial balls. But I've just got chop worm, just a bit of chop worm, casters, hemp, and a bit of sweet corn as well, just in case. I'm fishing a 14 to 011 to begin with. Really nice and positive, because I don't think they see a lot of anglers here. Let's try a bit of worm. There's skimmers, there's big bream in here, it's all sorts, but it's quality roach and skimmers that we're probably going to catch. And I've mixed up 5 bags of ground bait because I was warned I'll need 5 kilos. It's all relative, we're after a lot of fish, so we'll keep mixing a little bit of splodge and keep that going in. Try and keep them on the deck. Just using pre-tied up today, nice and simple. Got they're what I'm using. 012 to a 14 and 10, and I've got 16s to an 010 if I need them. Single maggot again, straight away. Feels a bit perchy. Oh no, it's a roach. We got a roach. There we are. My first Bristolian roach. Brilliant. Single maggot. I could fish to hand, 6 sections to hand, but it could flow when the lock's open of a bite. Oh, don't it? Double maggot, not a bite. A bit of worm, not a bite. Pop a single red maggot on and it just goes on the straight away. And it's really good. I'll just lean out and won't add that other section. We've got some fish there now, so let's keep the bait going in. These wet balls. brought enough tull, so we're just about getting by. I'll have to leave my corn in a little bag. Got a roach there as well. We could move that olivet up if they're off the bottom a bit. Basically I've just got an olivet and 3 droppers, nice and positive. Pencil floats, there's no flow, although the locks, it could flow either way when the lock's open apparently. But we'll keep feeding a little ball, get them used to it going in, and it should just get better and better. Definitely had a wobble on the way down, but it didn't develop, so let's come off the deck a few inches. Show you my rig whilst we're at it. So we've got 14, 12, 12, a number 8, a number 8, another number 8, and then all of it, some more number 8s. Can't get a lot simpler than that. And a 2.5 gram pencil float. Come off the bottom. Single maggot on again, nice big one. I'll start feeding a few maggots in those balls as well. That hopefully will catch on casters. Can't beat throwing balls of ground bait in, can you? Can't beat it. So we're about 3 inches off the deck now. They might be rushing around off the bottom. If that don't work, we'll go the other way and we'll fish a few inches over depth. Just loose feed a bit of emp as well. Just keep somewhat going in. That's one. Gone the other way. Double maggot, and I've gone 3 inches over depth. That went straight away. Maybe they're hard on it, feeding already. Bigger roach anyway. Just a case of juggling these depths and seeing where they're happiest. At least feed a few casters and a bit of hemp. Hopefully we'll just feed balls when they finally arrive en masse, if they arrive. Lovely. I just had a little perch before that and it absolutely coughed up worms. So the perch are definitely eating the worms. Keep a little bit going in. Just keep a little mix in the middle there. I'm just fishing past the tip now. A little bit over depth. Just sort of dragging it up that slope towards me. Hard to work out what's right or wrong at the moment. It's very early in the session. Everyone's catching a few fish. I've not seen anyone emptying it. But I might have a wander along and see how everyone's catching in a bit. Quite keen to see the banks here as well. Or one of them. There's millions of them, isn't there, in Bristol? There's one just behind us somewhere. I've got to say the elastic is 8 to 10 slick as well. Nice and positive. We're only fishing close. And we've got a lot of water to lift the fish up. And I think that's about right at number 8. Sun's coming out. I just come off the bottom and I had a bite and I was snagged up 6 inches higher up than that, so there's obviously something down there. Could be an unexploded bomb down there for all we know. Dead bodies, motorbikes, cars, guns, safes. Another species, dace. Just had a nice roach before that. Just fishing off the bottom now. We'll go back on in a sec. Alright, making something happen now. I've gone back to dead depth. And I've moved the olivet up another 6 inches, so I've got 4 droppers now. And just had a couple of quality roach. So every time I make a change, I get a little run of bites, then I've got to do something else. So we've not quite found the. Oh, there's a big lift bite there. We've not quite found a golden way of catching just yet, but we're working at it, chipping away. I just think moving that olivet up a little bit, it's just going to increase its hang time and hopefully catch their eye on the way down. Lovely. And try a caster again. The cups count. Isn't it? Definitely seems better holding it on that tight line. Okay. Lovely. He's got a better roach there. It's a nice roach. Biggest roach so far. How big's that? You should have a separate prize for the biggest roach. Well, apparently it's fishing a lot harder than normal. So I'm just replumbing it just to make sure. Alright, depth's okay. That's the second guess, and I'm going to put a smaller hook on. I'm going to put a 16, so it's not bagging. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to push this hook length off. That's me being tight, but we can reuse it if and when they arrive, or when and if. There's nothing wrong with that hook. There we go. So we'll pop that in our drawer there, and we'll pop a smaller one on. We'll put a 16 on. I've got these hook lengths because it's we're getting piked out on the Thames and for pleasure sessions and that. It saves me using my precious ones that I've tied myself. So there we are, I've gone a little bit finer, 16 to 010. That's the absolute lightest I'm going to go today. A single maggot looks better on that. This is not loads competing. And I'd rather be on a 16. Still plenty big enough. A big sort of class, it's like a wild venue like this. This shouldn't be hook shy, but that's the match angler in me. Still wants to scale down if I'm not getting bites, especially for roach. A little bit more over depth again. Try a caster. I've had a couple of bites on a caster. I've not actually hit a fish on it yet. Sometimes they'll have a caster when they won't have a maggot. There's definitely a nice smell of it smells like cakes or donuts or something. Muffins. The ball's in a little bit softer now. First bite on the caster. I think I need a coat on. The weather's completely changed now. I've had a few days, few roach and perch have all gone already. We're getting a few bites now. Nothing massive. Next door he's had a roach a pound and probably 1 8 ounce I think. But we're getting some bites now. So it's getting a bit wet. But it's 3 roach and 3 drops and a dace. So keep stringing these together. My best roach so far. Fat fish. John assured me no rain today. Catching right next to the crate now. Yeah, right next to that crate I seem to be getting lots of bites. It's bucketing down. It's all happening. Just popped a good roach actually. But, we'll have a little look round whilst we've got the camera out. I think worse places to be sat. Met that one. Yeah, I could tell the hook was very light. That's my first decent one on a caster. Oh, big perch. Weather's miserable, but still catching. Nice big roach. What the hell have you brought me here for in all this rain?
Well, basically, it just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Look at it. All the boaters out.
Came in, didn't it? It was lovely.
Yeah, it's like completely two halves, isn't
I'm
it?
kind of well, the wind was going this way this morning.
Well, we
Turned
got on
around
the
and went that
clicker
way.
then. Big
25,
boy.
mate. Only 25.
Have you?
Yeah, it's really slow for me today.
I've had a couple of skimmers, proper skimmers.
Oh, you'll be all right then.
A couple of decent roach as well.
On a feeder?
Pounders, like
Have
not. I had 2 here before, John.
How far you took
one
in?
2-1 and one 2-7.
Oh well.
Oh, cheers, mate.
They're big roach in here.
How far you took in?
I'm just chucking what 30 yards, I suppose.
Yeah.
Short chuck.
You've had a nice. How big's that roach you had?
I reckon it's about £2, yeah.
Yeah, he looked massive. Yeah. I thought it was a chub when you got
So
it.
did I start off with. No, there's no chub in here.
Hey,
seen any
no.
chub in
I've had a
ever.
few dace today.
Yeah, lots of dace,
Dace,
yeah.
I've had bleak.
The dace are quite good size.
Have you had
for
a bleak?
dace as well?
I've had 3 bleak actually.
Yeah, the dace are good size for a dace
Yeah.
too.
I'm going to get my roll then.
The,
I've had a few. Not easy.
no.
Very hard going. I've hooked a cup.
You've hooked the cup?
Yeah. Could only just swing it in. Look at all this bait here. Have you had any on a pinky?
Hardly anything. There's rolls in there.
Right. What on earth?
Right,
Look at that.
Cakes in here.
Was it you that gave me the Freddos as well?
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
I know you like them because I'm. What there is.
Are they all for me?
No, I ain't even had any yet.
And you've all brought umbrellas. See, I don't fish under one of them.
I know. I didn't bring any.
Especially on the concrete like this.
It's not that I can't stand. There is some pepper cheese in there as well. Ham and mustard. I've got to have one.
See,
out.
you should be labelling them up.
No, I'm in there.
allergens.
I'll tell you what, they're more labelled up than.
It's got to be free range ham and gluten free, if that's all right.
Roll, Dave.
Oh, well, next time, mate. Next time, you know.
Roll, Dave.
What?
Got a roll for Dave.
Yeah.
Please.
Does he want a biscuit or something, a cake or something? I had 12 tens and 22 green mats.
He's going to run some silverfish matches on Friday at the shop.
Oh, is it?
That's something I got to do.
Oh, yeah. We did this in like December and January. It was better than this, wasn't it?
There's only one day.
We have been here and
It's
caught
'cause I'm here.
John.
Yeah, but we came here once when they let the bloody sea in.
Yeah.
Salt water.
They let the salt water in and there was just nothing.
Yeah.
And we never had
Do you
ragword.
want some? No, I'm alright, cheers. Yeah.
John's living on reserves. No, I always know. My missus always makes me a lunchbox. Obviously, 2 a day. She normally makes it for him and him as well.
She's a star.
So, look, there's favouritism now going on now. I'm not coming to these matches again.
When that bad weather came, I started to catch.
I would have fished on the bottom if I could.
To be honest with the back, it was all right till that wind picked up, and then I started to get chilly, so I put the brolly just to block the wind.
It's cold. That is cold rain.
How can you be chilly with that? I think I just killed
No, mate, I tell you, that wind was doing me. I was like, oh, that's chilly.
Your old hero was like.
Yes.
That is apparently called Hand of a River God. I can't see a plaque saying that's what it is. Hand of a River God. Here he is. Give me that. Man with a disgorger in that, with Banks's, woman with a pearl earring. They've all started. We're going to have another 3 hours. We're going to fish till 3:30. I'm going to give them a 5-minute head start. It sounds like I'm doing all right. The other MPEG's caught some fish, and one of the guys has caught a couple of decent skimmers, a couple of pound roach on the feeder. But it's hard for everyone else on the pole. It's lovely now, weather-wise. All the boats are out. Different day again. Well, we've had a half-hour break, and straight into a fish. Hey? Bicester, Oxford. That's a nice one. The rain stopped. First drop in. A nice roach. Roach. Not as nice as yours. Single maggot. Well, I was talking to everyone, everyone's had the same sort of thing. Maggot, 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 maggot. There's been a few fish caught on a feeder. I don't know, I think there's only 1 or 2 anglers set a feeder up. But normally it's fill your boots on the pole. So anyway, the rain stopped, the weather's nice now, flat calm again. Hopefully that weather system's passed for good. I've fed a couple of 3 balls before the lunch break. I've just fed another 2 or 3. On clonk roach, that's what we want. That's cold. Hands are still cold now. A couple of times when I have thrown my ball up and I put my float right where it's landed, it's gone under. So they're definitely following that ball down. So that was a few inches short. I've just dragged the float over where it's landed. See all the fizzing. Double maggot on. If this don't go under, I'll whack single on again. Just seems single maggot on a 16 seems about right. Definitely no need for the bagging gear. Yeah. And I think just adding that one section's good. There's a good roach again. Oh, it's a big dace. That is a big dace. It's a big old dace. That River Y. Huge dace. Good dace. Perch. You'd think you'd be catching them on a caster, but they just won't have it today. Not sure why. They seem to be hanging on to that maggot. Had it on the drop, that. Few fish there now, definitely. I after a slow start for everyone. I think we'll all get a few bites now. Still can't understand why I can't catch on a caster. I think it'd be perfect for it. I'll try it now and again, but that's a good fish. Or a perch. No, it's a roach. It's a big roach. They are the roach you want. That's why we've come to Bristol. Who let the dogs out? Finally had one on a caster. Two fish on a caster, but both are nice size. Maybe they've arrived a bit now. I'm sure that dog's called Banksy, he said. Wait, don't pee up me. Oh, Nancy. Start crunching them now. So we've got 14 on again now. Once they're here, they should be easy to catch. Definitely feels like there's some fish there now. I've had quite a few days now. They seem to not mind a ball of ground bait on their heads now as well. Didn't mind a 14, did it? That roach didn't mind a 14. Definitely a day of two halves, this. Yeah, might be a skimmer. Might be a first skimmer on a wormhead. I don't think it's a perch. Ooh, it's a skimmer. First skimmer. Decent one. Worth putting that bit of worm on, wasn't it? Have a skimmer. You can just tell there's some skimmers about. It just feels like there's something else in the peg. Try two casters. skimmer. Quick bite as well. Good this, isn't it? Blowing really hard left to right now. Another reason for fishing this short line with one section on rather than fishing to hand. I just think when it's like this, just your presentation's not going to be right. Because your rig's always going to be blowing diagonally. Some double caster again. Yeah, if you're fishing past your pole tip, your rig's always going to be blowing towards you, blowing to the side. At least you can keep it exactly where you want it by fishing a short line. Straight from the barrel now with the bait. Nice little ball like that. Definitely don't mind that 14 up now. Big roach, I reckon. It's a big roach. Yeah, that's my biggest roach of the day. It'll be over a pound. Look at that. Big roach o'clock, I think. Oh, look at that. That's a big one. They're getting bigger. That's a big roach. Ah, everyone looked a bit ropey. That one looks immaculate. Single caster. Caught that last one, just lowering it in nicely. Waited a little bit and then whop, all up it buried. Like that. Smallest one of the day, that. Gone from the biggest to the smallest in 2 chucks. Oh, it's only just hooked on the side. Well, it's absolutely solid now, but I don't want to be rude. I'll better stop and just see my mate John, because he did invite me here. So let's go and see him catching.
Looking for tramps, John?
How you getting on?
Yeah, not too bad. I've had a few skimmers now.
Yeah, I have. They've arrived now, haven't they?
Yeah.
I've had a pound roach, definite.
Yeah, some proper big roach in here. I've got one I think probably goes 14 ounces. I'm always a bit conservative until I weigh
Yeah, I've had a couple of, I've had about 5 skimmers now.
Yeah.
They just seem to have arrived. And now they don't mind how crude my rig is.
No, they don't really care, to be honest.
That first half I had to fish a 16.
Yeah.
I've popped a 14 to 012 now and they don't mind at all.
Yeah, I just use 14s to 013 all the time. At the end of the day, they're going to take it. They're going to
Yeah.
take it. You know, it's.
Just that early part was hard. So,
Yeah, I don't know what. I just don't think the fish were there. I think
No,
you know
they've
they'd
arrived
moved on
now.
probably over there or something.
Getting all sorts of knocks and dips and
Yeah.
a lot of more dace in the peg now as well. They're huge, aren't they? The dace.
Yeah, massive dace. When you can see.
They're like river wide dace.
Water.
Yeah. What are you using? 2 gram? 3 gram?
I've got 3 grams on now. If I got one. It's 2 gram on that one.
Oh, that's your Rizzoff one.
Yeah.
That's on your whip.
Special.
Well, I thought I'd stop fishing and just come and see you because thanks for inviting me. It's awesome.
No, it's not
I'll
bothered,
definitely
mate.
come back again.
Yeah. I said
So,
it's one of those places when you've been here once, you'll want
Yeah.
to come again.
It's great. Because you three are sat quite close here as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the closer you're together,
Is
the
it?
more
You reckon
fish
that's
turn
better?
up.
Oh, I got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that in France before. The end pegs didn't catch.
Yeah.
It was where the most people had fed all
Yeah.
the
Because
roach seemed
literally
to be.
they don't have to go too far between
Yeah,
people,
so
you
they
see.
can back
That's
between
the
you
thing.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to be clever and going on the end peg.
Yeah, the thing is, if it wasn't so deep and so big, I'd have agreed with you because
Yeah.
you walk the fish somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
But here, you could jump up and down, dance.
Yeah,
jump
they're
in and
not.
out
They're
of the
not
water.
scared. No,
They
they're
don't
definitely
care.
not scared.
I mean, I've actually been fishing like this, sort of around that corner bit, and a paddleboard has fell straight off right next to my float, and I still caught a fish while
Yeah.
he's struggling to get out.
They don't know what fishing is, do they? I
No,
don't suppose.
they don't care.
There's got to be some real special fishing here.
Yeah, to
Got
be
to be
honest
some
with you,
massive perch.
yeah, I think there's got to be some huge perch because there's loads about this big.
Yeah.
You know, but the enormous perch, you just haven't had one. And it's like I've had a couple of 2 pound roach and I've had loads of pound roach, but there's got to be a 3 pound.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's caught a 2 today, but your lad's got one.
Jimmy reckons he's got one that's 2, but we'll weigh
Is
it
it?
later.
Yeah, it's definitely 1.5 pounds.
Yeah.
So they look like a chub.
Yeah. The fish here are monstrous.
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
them. And when the big bream come in, apparently the bream come in, they're 7, 8, 9
Oh
pounds.
wow.
But
yeah.
it's just a case of you've got to be where they are, you know.
You probably want a bit of a pre-baiting campaign. for them.
Maybe,
Oh,
yeah.
that's on.
It is indeed.
Oh, that's a little one.
Yeah, just a tiddler this time.
I'm going to go back and catch a
They
big
can't
one.
all be giant ones.
But it makes you appreciate the big ones, doesn't it? The
It
little
does,
ones.
yeah. To be honest with you, the shoals really haven't come in today like they normally
No,
do.
no.
I'm only on 51 fish.
It's cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm cold.
Yeah. By this time, normally, I'm normally on about 110 fish.
Wow. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I've normally got double.
Oh,
the
it's a
amount.
special. You can see the potential.
Yeah,
You can definitely see the potential. But they're all catching.
it is really good. I mean, we came down here 5 of us, and when you added the weights up between us, as we weighed everybody up, we had over 230 pounds of silverfish
230 pounds.
with
wow.
no bream,
Wow.
no skimmers, no bream, just
Wow.
roach and dace and perch.
He's had a skimmer there, I think. Oh no, that's a big roach. All right, I'm going to go back and get some more. Just been up to see John, just to see how he's getting on. And he says it's not fishing as well as it should be, but we're still catching. And I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. It's a good fish. That's a good fish. It's a big roach, I think. Might be a skimmer. I'm thinking skimmer now. Oh, it's a big... Oh, it's a skimmer. For a minute I thought it was a massive roach. I think maggots are still edging it, but I keep trying to cast her because I keep having an odd one on it. A double maggot seems about right. Half hour to go. Got enough ground bait, just. Wasn't sure if that was me hitting my rig with my ground bait ball. Another dace. Little dace this time. So every now and again I have a go like this, and that just seems to present the rig completely differently and throw up a few fish. I think it's probably fishing half a metre shorter of my feed. Oh, so that went, just didn't connect. Well, I thought, what the hell, let's just throw in most of my bait, and they just said we're going to fish on another half hour now. So I've got to eke out what's left of my bait now. And just cracked open some really old casters as well. They look nice, but they're very old. Hopefully the fish won't mind them. So we're going to fish till 4 now. That's going to be very dark. We'll be weighing in with a torch. Oh yeah. Lovely, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. And I can't get a bite. Oh dear.
I'll be lucky if I got £10. I don't do anything on the wet.
I'm too busy eating all them rolls.
Yeah. Everybody else at them. Hold on.
When you post a picture of him, John, you've got to put, this is what Gollum caught. Spiegel.
They're your precious fish.
Yeah, precious.
Kidder. That's got a pound. 14. 13. 13.2.
13.2. What are we up to? £28 winning so far. Is it?
Yeah, £28
Oh,
dead.
you got fucking nowhere near that.
Hold that, Johnny, a minute.
I'd have won that last week. I had £30 last week.
Yeah.
Is that what I won last week?
This week.
Yeah.
Next week, it'll all be different. Yeah. That's why we go fishing, mate.
We've got one next week, John, yeah?
Today.
Extremely
Can't
slow.
believe how slow it was.
You coming next week, John?
Yeah. Are you coming next
Oh, I
week?
think so, yeah. I'll have some
Yeah?
more next.
You another go?
Yeah, I'll have some more next.
Alright, mate. Properly good. Just got to get John now to bin his Ivy House Christmas thing, whatever it is. What you got?
12.
Come on,
I know. Flicking.
12-4.
Wow,
14.
looks loads more than
12,
that. Have you
14.
set them scales back? Them roach.
Beauties, isn't they?
There we are, aren't they? Bet again, £12 again, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was struggling to tell.
Yeah, you hold the bloody thing this time. I won't read it, you bugger. We'll take 4.5 hours over reading it, okay?
It's fine.
Ooh.
£15.
£15.
Pictures?
Biggest kink net ring in the world.
Yeah, I've got that net, but they've all broken. They're all plastic ones, I got one.
You could climb inside that and sleep in it, couldn't you?
Oh, good lot of water that net does.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot.
That's it.
Same again, £15. 14 and a half.
Really slow day.
18.
Yeah,
18.
20. Oh, I thought you had more than
Well, I
that.
thought they were bigger than that.
So did
I
I.
thought you had more than that. Oh, you got
No,
less
I
than
get
me.
you,
19. Beat me, 19.
Is that it?
£1, yeah.
£1.
No, no,
You've done
no,
it,
no.
you've done it
You want a
by
picture?
£1.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want even more content on top of what I already do for free, then I have a new channel members area where there's exclusive content, live matches, in sessions, little shorties, all sorts of bits and bobs, canals, lakes, rivers, you name it. I'll be covering it in my new channel members area. But that is all on top of what I already do. So if it wasn't for my membership area, it wouldn't allow me to do nice films like the one you've just watched. So it all helps, and it really does help me continue to keep producing films, both sides, free and members only. So yeah, don't forget to check that out. And also, if you want even more, then I have a new channel called Lure Fishing Fun as well. Just a bit of fun going up and down the canals and rivers after mostly perch, but zander, pike, chub, you name it, with a bit of soft plastic. So if that floats your boat, don't forget to check that out as well. But I'll leave you for now. I'll see you again on the bank. That ain't a bad fish to end on, is it? Eh? There's Bristol in the background. Absolute clunker.